Did you hear that?
Yeah.
A car just drove by fully with sparks following it on the ground. I think their muffler like dropped off and just like is dragging on the ground. I just saw sparks coming off.
It sounded like a skateboard for a second.
It did. It was, but like so loud. That's when you know somebody's going through it for real. They're just driving with their muffler dragging on the road. Yeah, that's a really specific description for something, I guess.
I don't know how to dodge that one. Maybe I have to jump over it.
This guy does have a lot of HP. Maybe a jump would protect you from that. He's just like a huge tank. Get him. Right, his music seems so much louder. You can roll through the snow throw. Okay.
Oh, but what if I'm riding on the horse?
It's a roll through. Alright, here he goes. You got flame hand. Flame on.
I was like, where's my mimic?
Anyone else see Multiverse of Madness yet?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Your horse cannot roll. That's true. That would be hilarious if it could. Yeah, it's just so hard because he's rolling all over the place. Like, sir, can you come over here so I can kick your ass, please?
I mean, I don't want to change. Oh my god, Mimic, get in there.
Seeing it next Friday. Okay, awesome. The giant and you can roll, nothing else. We're the only rolly boys. Yeah, your mimic's in there. He's getting smushed by the shield, but he's in there. 5,000, almost 6,000 damage. That's pretty good. Nice.
My mimic can roll.
Your mimic can roll, that's true. And he do. You know what they say about Souls games? ABR, always be rolling, right?
So his hands are his weak point here, I think?
I think his hands are the weak point for this phase. You have a feeling Joel is going to ask you to go see it on Monday when you're working with him, but I'm kind of just like, I just want to go by myself. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. And I feel like, too, if, like, you guys, like, tried it out, right? I feel like there's no harm in being like, yeah, I just kind of want to, like, go our separate ways. In relation to, like, that kind of stuff. You guys obviously could still be work friends. Or whatever. Looking at you, did you see that?
Okay, the eye is the weak point.
The eye.
Obvious now that I think about it. Oh god.
Oh no. Oh no. Here he comes. Here he comes.
I don't know how, like, what attack gives me access to that.
That one? It's still just like a little too far away. If you get behind him, kind of at the sole of his feet, you avoid his rolling and his magma coming out of the belly, like, you know. Okay, so the bottom of the feet, Anderson says too.
That's where I died last time from his AoE.
I don't think I could say that to somebody. Hey, that's understandable too. Oh, Harmony, I just want you to know I basically just, like, recommended Heartstopper to everybody that I know. Like, my friends were talking about Bridgerton Season 2 the other day, which I still haven't watched, and I was like, hey, if you guys want, like, an actual, like, really cute romance, you should just watch Heartstopper instead. I was like, I just want everybody to watch it so I can just talk about it all the time. Listen, you stinky giant man. attack of his feet. Like, it's so funny because you typed it as it happened.
I don't know how you hit his eye.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he gets kind of close when he does, like, that forward slam attack, but he doesn't, like, get down really far enough. Like, maybe if you had, like, a longer reach weapon or, like, like an arrow or something you could shoot at it, that might be good to use.
So we're, like,
but...
also right there with him.
Yeah.
But when I'm attacking his feet, I mean, I guess if I got bleed on it, but it didn't seem like I was getting, like, anything there.
It was, like, so tiny. It was moving a little bit. But that, I mean, that might be the way you gotta do it. You know? Slow and steady and all that. Sorry, everybody. I really... You know, actually, I thought when we got back, I was like, I should drink one of my, like, coffee things that I have in the fridge to get, like, hyped up for the stream, and then I didn't do it, and I wish I had. It's the back foot is the long game, yeah. You live easier there, but it's a lot more work, yeah. Just like real life. Okay. He's rolling. He's rolling away.
I haven't got the timing yet, but that was better.
Yeah? It also helps, like, close the distance with him for when he does that next big smash. Oh, nice. This guy's all messed up. Look at it. He doesn't even look like he really has skin or anything. I mean, I don't know too much lore about the giants themselves, but from my understanding, they existed in the age
before,
alongside the dragons.
Oh, I didn't know he.
Yeah, like before Marika and all of her ilk came along. He has a volcano in his belly. Seems like he would suffer from dry skin. I guess that's fair. Yeah, he's spending too much time in that dry heat. Needs to moisturize a little bit.
Hey, get back here!
Somebody get this man some cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter kisses like Chance the Rapper?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like that.
I swear when he made that cracking sound, it stopped doing damage on his one foot, even when he was, like, staggered. And I don't know if that's true or not.
I wasn't looking, so...
Uh, 106?
106, yeah. It also just, like... Yeah, it's not crazy. Yeah, you're in the range for, like, this kind of fight, I think. Essentially, you have to spend a health potion at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the mimic summon costs that. There you go. You got it. Okay. Now just attack that foot. The fireballs. He's stuck on a tree.
Oh! I was too busy looking at him.
Somehow you avoided all damage though, which is pretty sick. Oh, you switched swords.
I didn't mean to though.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, you're doing like a good amount of damage.
I was thinking about doing that on the second phase. I can close the distance with that?
Yeah. Make me choose. When going into a difficult boss fight in a game, do you prefer to over-level and try to one-shot, or stay close to the level of the enemy and have a challenging fight?
It just depends on the game for me.
I feel like I'm somewhere, not really directly in the middle. I'm definitely closer to, like, I prefer to over-level. But I don't think I ever over-level to the point where I'm, like, one-shotting a boss. But I want to be able to, like, when I'm hitting them, I want to see that it's doing something, you know? Like, I don't want to go in and be like, it's like this tiny little sliver is happening. And I also, like, I understand myself, and I know that I get very easily frustrated with, like, fights that I am not succeeding in. So I would prefer to at least over-level a little bit so that it's, like, maybe it, like, Melania will still be difficult no matter what I do, but I want to be leveled enough where I'm, like, not getting one hit by her, like, that kind of stuff, you know? That's where I like to be.
Oh my god. Highly unclear about how I hurt you, except your feet.
You were pretty close the one time.
Yeah, I hit his eye somehow.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely depends on the game. I agree with that. If you know it'll be too easy going in over leveled, like Pokemon, I'd go in under leveled or same, yeah. Sometimes it's hard with Pokemon for me though, because I feel like sometimes I don't try to over level, but if I'm like doing all the side quests and like just running around like trying to fill up the Pokédex, I just like inadvertently get really high leveled, and then when I'm fighting somebody, you know. Oh, dang.
How? How do I hit your fucking eye? How do I even hurt you?
Ooh, that seemed really good. I did like 1,000 something. I think you hit his arm that time.
The cliff.
But yeah, with Pokemon, put all my Pokemon in a box or rotate while doing side stuff so the main party doesn't get too OP. Yeah, I definitely got to a point with the new Pokemon game where I took out like all the power level party members that I had kind of like did most of the game with, and instead I just put in all the Pokemon that I thought were really cute, and then I just made my party with those characters.
I don't know how to hurt him.
You want me to look it up?
Like, I just don't know how you hit that eyeball.
Yeah.
No, not close at all.
Content to grind him, or do you want some help?
Starchild? Oh, was that the name of your Pokemon?
Of my,
I mean, I'll take help.
Pokemon was called Starchild, yeah. I'm literally looking up a guide right now, Anderson, so any advice you want to give.
I just don't understand how you hit his eyeball. Unless they want me to, like, respec and get magic. Oh, Clefairy.
Yeah, Clefairy. Okay, let's see.
Oh, you can do that. No, I mean, I want to beat him.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Anderson's like, I'm gonna hop in and take care of this.
I just want to figure out how to hit him.
Okay. Tip number 1, boost fire damage negation.
I can do that. Alright.
Left ankle during the first phase. It says attack from behind on the second phase. Okay. I mean, this kind of didn't really have more than we already knew, so... But fire damage negation would be, like, a good place to start, maybe.
you can't even see his attacks when you're under him. And also my Mimic is just standing there.
Yeah.
Like...
So this guide says that he doesn't have, like, a weakness anywhere in the second phase, is that his second phase is just you attack him anywhere. Yeah, you fought him enough times to know when. Oh, perfect. Fire Giant is weak to bleed damage, so you already have the advantage there. Two-hand your weapon. This one said to ride around on turret to, like, stay agile. But, I mean, I think that's honestly up to your preference as a player. I mean, it would help.
Yeah.
But... kill him and don't die, right? That's like every boss in the Souls game. They also say, like, the slow-moving fire orbs, you should, like, run up to them and then run away really quickly so they just explode and then you don't have to worry about them. It seems like most of the guides say what Anderson said, which is just, like, stay behind him, because it's just too crazy from the front, and then if you see him doing the AoE that, like, reaches behind, to just, like, get on torrent and run away.
I can't see him, so what is the tell for that?
That's, like, what Ian says to me whenever I fight a boss, so...
yeah, that's the game.
Get good, scrub. Redeem, ask us anything. How likely are you to switch your character in a D&D session, or if you and another player have a similar race or class? I honestly think it depends.
It really depends on what the party needs for me.
For me, I would say it would depend on how set I was on having that character, because, like, for example, let's say, like, I wanted to play, like, a warlock, right? And I had, like, this really, like, intense backstory. I'd come up with all my character stuff. I knew who my patron was gonna be. I knew what I wanted our relationship to be like. I had already talked to the DM about it, or whatever. And then another party of mine was like, party member was like, oh, I'm also gonna be a warlock. I'd be like, okay, that's cool, but, like, I'm not changing that I'm a warlock, because I've already made my whole character and everything, you know? So, like, I wouldn't change in that situation, but if we were, like, at a session 0 and I hadn't written up a character at all, and I was like, I kind of think I want to be a cleric, and somebody else is like, oh, I was thinking cleric too, I would probably be like, okay, you do cleric, because I also kind of want to play a
on.
And then I would be, like, a different character. You know he's gonna do the fireball AoE because you see the fire on the ground. You have a second to run. Stay behind him and run away from the booty.
Maybe I just don't lock onto him.
Yeah, maybe that might help. It's a fiery booty.
I mean, this is why session 0s exist, so you talk about this.
This is why session 0s are so important, so that you do talk about it with your other players. And... fiery booty? Not really.
Oh, it happens pretty... because, like, there are some classes that just suck.
Well, I mean, but I think everybody has a different preference for classes. Like, one person might think, like, Ranger sucks, but another person might, like, that might be their favorite class.
Yeah, so. But I think the majority of people who you would commonly encounter in D&D are min-maxers.
That's true, but see, and that works out for me because I'm not a min-maxer.
Yeah, me either.
So I don't really have a problem if I'm like, oh, I wanted to play this, or I was thinking of playing this, and somebody was like, oh, I actually already have, like, a whole thing that I want to do for that. I'd be like, okay, whatever, I'll just be this instead. Because I don't build my characters off of, like, how they can be, like, the most OP.
Yeah, I want them to, like, fit.
I build for the story. So, like, even if my character was, like, a sorcerer, and, like, the sorcerer uses, like, charisma points, I might do, like, you know, I might have him have a low charisma if I'm like, actually, they're really awkward. Like, it would be for story purposes, you know? That kind of thing.
Oh my god, you stupid rock!
I will remind Ian to check his katana level once we get a second. But yeah, I've never really had... I've had this issue with one of the guys in my other D&D group, where he's like a serial... like copier. Like if somebody's presenting a character idea and he's like, whoa, that sounds really cool, I think I'm gonna do that too, and he'll like try to like kind of jump in on your story that you already created kind of thing. And like a lot of times we're just like, hey, no, I just kind of like wanted to do that, and he's like, oh, no worries, and he'll like make something else. But like he's like a serial copycat. Like even like story-wise stuff, he always has to be like in the story, even if it's not relevant to his character. And sometimes we have to be like, listen, dude, this isn't about your character right now. So I've never, like, even at this session 0 with Ian's group, it seemed like almost everybody was like, I'm gonna wait and see what everybody else picks before I pick, because they wanted to pick what was like better for the group as a whole. And so I was like, I said I was gonna do that too, and nobody was like picking a class, so then I gave them the 2 class ideas I was thinking of, which was monk and cleric. And then we just kind of like talked amongst ourselves until we decided, you know, I decided the cleric build would be better because we have like a lot of other martial classes, like the fighter and like rogue and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be like a caster, and I'm gonna like buff the party. So cleric just ended up being more helpful. And I loved both of the characters that I was gonna play anyway, so... It's so awkward. Yeah, role-playing is about piggybacking, so learn where the lines are seems like a whole thing. Yeah, exactly. Where it would be like, for example, if my character was like having a moment with like their love interest, and he'd be like, oh, I'm gonna be here and like say something sarcastic and funny too, and it's like, no, that's not the time to jump in and be like, I'm gonna get in the middle of this. Anderson says, one thing I noticed, don't roll away from the fireball, you gotta run when they start exploding. Good to know. Nice roll. Roll through the shield.
Oh, goodbye.
It is definitely awkward. And then there was like one time in the previous campaign where me and the other woman who's in my D&D group, we were having like this like somber moment before a battle with our 2 like women characters, and it was like very clearly supposed to be about like us having this conversation before, like as a private thing. And the guy that I'm talking about was like, and I come around the corner and I have like a bottle of whiskey, and I'm like, we should all drink together, and we're like, no, we purposely said our characters like went away somewhere else so that we could have this like private conversation, you know? It's just about like reading.
Yeah, like what needs to happen.
Like if like characters are like, I want to make sure that it's just like me and this other character, and everybody at the table's like, okay, go have your conversation, and then you just like decide, oh, you know what, I think this conversation is actually interesting, so I want to be a part of it. No, you missed your chance when we said we were like going our separate ways, you know, that kind of thing. There can definitely be a lot of drama in
like inter-party politics.
In inter-party politics in D&D, but really it's a lot about being, you gotta be okay like table talk and being like, hey guys, just so you know, I kind of wanted it to be like this, and everyone has to be like, oh, my bad. Like, you gotta like talk it out, basically. Stay on foot, flooring him to death, Anderson said.
Aw.
Oh no. He's rolling!
Like, this seems like a fight you're supposed to fight on your horse.
But he's like so... Okay, he's firing? There he goes, he's firing the fiery booty.
Like, I can't even see his feet because are phasing through the ground.
Horse makes it so much harder.
Yeah, it does.
Opinion,
but of all the fights in this godforsaken game, this feels like one where you would use...
It's so weird, too, because most of the game guides seem to say to, like, use the horse, too. But, like, really, it's like, it just doesn't work sometimes. I can't tell what he's doing. Did he do a fireball?
Fuck it. I don't care anymore.
The horse can't roll, period. True, the horse cannot roll. Oh no! It's so much.
Just give me a bleed trigger.
At least you're keeping up with him a little bit? I don't know. Oh, he rolled over you. Rah, 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 rah. You rolled over him, Luna.
It's at level 7. And I don't know where I could get what I needed to level it up.
Yeah, to get the next smithing stone. He didn't hit you with the roll when you're facing your nose at the sole of his foot. Yeah. So you're good if you stay over there. How you feeling?
I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna walk into traffic. I mean, it's kind of taken a steady nosedive for me. The lore is cool, the gameplay is really fluid, and then there's just some really weird designs. No, I don't want to ride the horse yet, because you take forever to fucking walk up.
Just gotta keep trying. Perseverance is key in Souls games.
Except in God of War, you'd be doing QTEs instead of actually having to fight them.
That's true, yeah. Be like, hit triangle now. Yeah, definitely. I think that this was inspired by a lot of like Norse mythology type stuff. So
George R.R. Martin can't help himself. War of the Roses and Nordic stuff.
That's definitely true, Anderson. Sometimes, if you're getting your butt kicked in these games, you just gotta step away and then come back like refreshed. And,
yeah, progression or regression before progression.
Like I've definitely seen it like in myself too, where I'm like struggling to fight a boss and I'm just like I'm just done, and then I come back the next day and I do it on my like second or third try, you know, after I like spent all day trying to fight them. Looking at you, Estelle, which apparently Ian had no problem fighting Estelle with. He just beat Estelle like no problem. And I was like, what the heck? It took me so long to beat that stupid dragonfly. I was like, I'm never gonna finish Ronnie's quest because I can't beat this dragonfly.
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, we are about to end.
Yeah.
So.
Did it just randomly desync?
You don't usually learn a skill fully until you sleep. It takes sleep for your brain to fully process it. That makes sense. That's why you, like, even if you study something, like, you should study it, like, the night before. That's what they say.
On the stream, is the audio not synced?
Hold on, let me see.
No, I mean, like, yeah, with the mouse.
My elf ears.
Because on the stream side, on our side, it looks right. Okay, I was just like...
It looks right on my phone.
It might just be a hiccup. Twitch does that.
Yeah. Look out for the elf ears. Okay. There you go. And avoiding damage.
Like I said, if I can get my arcane up a little bit more to do more bleed.
Oh, I got the hiccups. Oh no. A second or two. Your mouth moves before the words comes out like Netflix dubs of foreign shows, yeah. I mean, sometimes the dubs aren't that bad, but I mean, there are definitely times where it's just like, you can't sync up like what it would look like. It's just...
And also, it might just be like a hiccup with our computer right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that was better. I really, like, if I could get my... Well, maybe if I switch to Margit's sword on the second one, because it has 70 instead of 53.
So it's faster build up.
For just regular damage.
Yeah.
So what do I need? I need,
Smithing Stone 8 and runes, obviously, but yeah.
But people were saying Twitch has been having a lot of problems with like encoding and stuff lately, so like it might just be on Twitch's side.
Yeah, going for the sword, definitely.
Well,
because you have the final Smithing Stone too, so if you can get if you can get one of them even leveled all the way, you can get it like... Well, I don't know when the katana ends.
I mean, I can just upgrade Margit's Stone all the way.
True, yeah, you could upgrade Morgoth's all the way. Yeah, for sure. If you get some runes, you could just do Morgoth.
The katana
ends at 10, okay.
Oh. I know Morgoth ends at 10.
Morgoth definitely ends at 10, because it's like one of the big ones.